life for black people in Italy is not an easy thing. They told me that Montreal has one of the typical characteristics of London, but instead of rain, we have the snow. What can I say? I've never lived in London, so I can't confirm with any certainty. Today looks like a very quiet day and it's not that cold. In the morning, we woke up to very calm temperatures and no wind. No wind was expected as it had snowed all night. Despite our love for the snow and its effects, this time it blocked some minor roads and was causing mobility problems for people. This usually almost never happens, but unfortunately this time, the municipality did not clean them as they usually do. I know a city like Montreal can't suffer these types of delays, especially in the central areas. So we had many people complaining. However, I understand because things do not always go perfectly. In the late afternoon, towards the evening, there was an hour of very strong wind and smoke. Today it's minus 11 degrees Celsius and the feeling is minus 11 as well. You know, I was speaking to an Italian lawyer, a lawyer who lives in Milano, and we were talking about things in general, and the guy asked me, so he got to know that I lived in Italy for a very long time. At a certain point he said, I know the reason why you left Italy. He didn't even ask me, I didn't tell him anything, and he just came out making stories. And one thing that he said was, this is the reason why I'm doing the video today. Now, this man said something. He said, life for black people in Italy is not an easy thing, and I know that's the reason why you left Italy. I tried to stand in because that's not the reason. Actually, that's not the reason why I left Italy. I left Italy because I wanted to go outside and learn something and come back in with more knowledge. So that was the reason I was trying to explain. And he said, that's not the reason why you left Italy, because we all know it. He said, we all know it. Just admit the fact that living in Italy as a black person is not an easy thing. Now, I understand this story about racism and everything, and for my side, what I think about racism in general, which I think that's what we all think, is that racism is all about people being ignorant because they don't know what they think, or they don't know what they're doing. It might be a reason why they don't have more information, or they block their mind not to know, so they block themselves not to know the truth or to learn something new, so they don't even give themselves this chance to learn. In the late 70s, my father went to Italy for the first time, and when my dad got there, after some years, my mom joined the family. It wasn't a family, they were just the two of them, and my mom joined him. So my dad used to tell this story about when he used to go out to search for a job. People will see him and people will run away. This is not a fairy tale, and I think this thing actually will happen. Why? Because people that are running away, they don't know what is going on. They've seen a black person. Probably in the 70s, maybe there wasn't even enough, or there wasn't at all black people in the zone. So yeah, they will see a black person and they'll run away because they are not used to a person who is black with, you can see, okay. And he continued telling me this story about children after like the first or the second time that they see you in the same zone, they will just run towards you, pass by you, and they will rub your skin with something to see whether you are colored, you color yourself with something. Now, all these things are basically explaining something that I just said before, ignorance, because they don't know what is going on. They don't know why this man is having this black black skin, why this man is different from us, you understand. Racism actually comes in Italy in a way that I think many people in the country, they are kind of having a kind of transmitted information from generation. So it's something that probably the granny said to someone said to the son had a son or a baby, whatever, a child, and from there they transmitted that kind of same vibe, that kind of same information. So this has been the main thing why maybe we can say that black people are not having the top. Now, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no because we are not. We don't have the best life, and I'm not going to say yes because we are not having the best life. Or at the same time, I think there is something that is being involved there. That might be even the reason why I'm doing this video, because I want to put a message out there. Now, we all know this fact. I'm going to tell two things that happened. One is with my friend. My friend is called Jean-Jacques. He lives with me. He's from Benin or Benin, depending on how. So he's from Africa, West Africa. And what happened to Jean-Jacques is a graduated student. So he graduated from one of the universities in Benin. He left. He worked in Benin at the bank, and he had experience. So he left Benin and came back to and went to Italy. When he went to Italy for the first time, he stayed with, I think he had a group with this Catholic church. So with the Catholic church, he managed to apply for a job because they were the people pushing and helping him. Since he worked in the bank, he had experience. They pushed him, and at the bank, he did all the interviews and he passed everything. He was supposed to get the position. Then he was being called by the manager. Then the manager called him and said, I have to tell you something. I'm really sorry. This is the position. You qualify for the position, but unfortunately, I can't give this position to you. Not because I don't want to give the position to you, but it's because if I should give this position to you, I might receive too many things, a survey, comments, and things that I will be obliged to lay you off or let you go. So I'm not even supposed to tell you this. It happens most of the times when they tell you, they're like, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but keep it for yourself and just move on. Find yourself another job. This is one. Now the second thing, I went to Italy some few months ago, might be a year and some few months ago, and at the airport something happened. So I got to the airport, and at the security check, I was checking in to go and when I was done, I was picking my luggages, and I saw that there was a guy. So I noticed the guy. He was looking at me, and he was actually jumping all the luggages because he wanted to. He was looking with locked eyes. So I saw him, and he was looking at me, and he was jumping, like pushing everybody, because it was like he wanted to get to me. So when I saw him, I didn't know. I was like, is he, what is he? So nothing. I saw that he was actually in my lane. I tried to change the lane, and he followed my lane. I changed the lane again, and he followed my lane. So we were like playing the kind of hide and seek, and I knew that guy he wanted to talk to me. So I went straight, and he came towards me. When he came towards me, the first thing that he asked me, he showed me the badge, and he said he's a finance or carabinieri or police. So we're talking about the police that stay do the checks. And he was like, how much money do you have on you? He was asking too many questions, and I'm like, I noticed the fact that you locked up with me because I'm actually the only black, unfortunately, because there's no flight here for me. I'm only the black person here, and why is it that you want to check me? And he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now I'm checking you. Why? Because I checked 3 blacks before you, and the 3 blacks that I checked, all of them, they had money on them. They were going to Africa. So I checked 1 Senegalese and 2 Nigerians. That was the 3, and you are the 4th. I was the 5th actually, because he checked someone else and said he told me I checked the Senegalese, I checked the 3 Nigerians, I don't know who else, and he checked me. And he said, I need to know how much. So I started talking to him. The guy took me to the room, a different room, to check me. I had to take everything off. And actually, these things are the things that people might say that Italy is racist. It's not because that they are racist, because someone might do it on purpose. I can't say no, but I definitely think that It's an idea where people don't know what they're doing. The system is made in a way that they are so much afraid because other people, being so much ignorant, they don't know what is going on. So I don't want to, there is a doctor who's a black person, I don't want to go to the doctor. Why? Because are they afraid because the doctor is going to make you change your color? No, I don't think so. So it's all about, if someone can actually say this that I'm going to say, if you meet an Italian in Italy, that Italian is definitely different from that Italian that you meet outside Italy. Why? Because they have more information, they've met people from outside other countries, and they've really got that contact with them. I understand the fact that my dad went there in the late 70s, we went there, and after that we schooled with them, and still the system, you don't find any police, any black police outside. You don't find any black, I mean, we have 20 regions in Italy, and you cannot get 20 black policemen. It is something that is very, very sad, and I think is a kind of thing that people need to understand inside the country. Is a country that I really love. I'm more attached to them because of the culture, because of the music I used to listen to, you understand, and the food and everything. So I'm actually more concerned about the life there. And after speaking with this lawyer, these things really I got really like, you know, things got twisted, and I started thinking about this, and I was like, yeah, I think maybe he's right, but it's not because like black people are not having the best lives, because people are doing things on purpose. I know people kill other black people being killed, but I think all the thing that we need to send there is like people need to educate themselves more, because that's the only thing that will save the situation there. So this was something that I wanted to share with you guys. I know it's not the best. People might say there are no jobs and everything, but at the same time, you know, you will not find any black person doing any decent job. We are still actually doing our best, because the first police guy that was a black person, I think it was in the Pordenone or that zone in the north, we all celebrated. I was here in Canada, I saw the post, the black syndicate that we had, that was the mayor, and we all celebrated, because that's something that we want to see more. So hopefully, I just hope that Italy is going to change. We are still learning. One day maybe we might return home, hopefully.